Eclipse is a community for individuals and organizations who wish to collaborate on commercially viable open source software. It is focused on building an open development platform comprising extensible frameworks, tools, and runtimes for building, deploying, and managing software across the lifecycle. SAP has been associated with Eclipse since its inception in 2001 and has been an active contributor and developer. In 2009, ABAP development tools started to move on to Eclipse, and by 2011, it was completely on Eclipse. In this presentation, we will gain an overview of Eclipse by getting started with the basic ABAP development. ADT is the state-of-the-art integrated development environment for ABAP and HANA. The purpose is to combine the application server's capabilities, such as lifecycle management, server-based development paradigm with the user interface. Basically, a modern user interface client which is on Eclipse on top of a ABAP platform. Also to note, there is no additional license required to use the ADT. It is covered under the existing NetWeaver itself. Also in future, exclusive enhancements will come out of ADT which may not be available on the conventional AC80 screen. This also means SAP might still support AC80, but it may stop investing any further. ADT for ABAP is structured with three main areas in focus: product, platform, and API. The product offers a brand new development experience. Platform. Platform is one integrated environment for all development tasks, ABAP, non-ABAP, etc. Using the open APIs, developers can build custom tools for ABAP development. The basic idea of ABAP on Eclipse is to have just one Eclipse client installed on developer's PC, which can connect to several backend systems. Connection is set up using an RFC or REST based protocol. The development paradigm is still server based, which means development objects are stored on the backend itself, and no local copies are created through check-in check-out process. Even services such as syntax check, search option, where used, etc. run on the ABAP backend. ADT requires at least an AS ABAP with kernel 7.2 and basis 7.31 with support pack 4 or above. This can be checked using SAP GUI. Navigate in the menu to System, Status and click on the Component Information button. Verify the basis release and hit on the kernel info button. I have downloaded the latest version of the Kepler version from eclipse.org website. Apart from other tools, this also contains the ABAP development tools for SAP NetWeaver with a version 2.19. What you now see is a typical ABAP perspective window. It is basically designed to work with the ABAP development objects that the user can access by means of ABAP projects. This is the Project Explorer view, which will list down the ABAP projects. This is the source code editor section. It will also bring up the SAP GUI screen. Below is the utilities window, which we frequently use, such as templates, problem log, bookmarks, search option, ABAP unit runner, debug option, etc. Let us go ahead and make a connection. I have a couple of SAP systems on my SAP logon pad. The same should appear here as well. I'm choosing ABAP project. The system which I intend to log on, EC1. I can rename the project name. I'll just retain the system name and give the detail as development system. We shall discover the significance of this later. I also have an option to add packages which will appear on the favorite section in the Project Explorer screen. Okay, so I'm successful in making the connection. The project now appears on the Project Explorer section, as you see. When I try to expand, I have two main sections there. One is the favorite packages and another is the system library. I chose ZMM0 to be in the favorite packages, which has been listed here. Okay, so about the ABAP project, it plays a mediating role between the ABAP backend and Eclipse IDE. Basically, it provides a framework for creating, modifying, or testing of development objects. As we discovered through making the connection, it is representing a real system and offering a user-friendly development view. In line with the architecture, we can make such connections to any number of SAP systems through the same Eclipse window and work in parallel. Use shortcut key Ctrl+Shift+A to open an object in the editor window. Select the suitable project where you want to search the object and start typing the object name. Objects matching the name starts appearing below and we can select the suitable object. Okay, now we will try and create a program in the new editor. I can right click on the package and choose to create a new program. Else I can use the shortcut Ctrl+Shift+N, which will bring up this pop-up window. Go to source library and click on the object which I need to create. I have chosen the ABAP program. I'll give the suitable name and the description. Here the package has been chosen since I had updated the favorite packages as ZMM0. It's asking for a transport request. There are two transport requests which are in modifiable state, but I choose to create a new one. I give in a suitable description and click on finish. So it brings up the screen here wherein the report name is mentioned. To get it in the modifiable state, I just need to start typing. As you can see, the status now is inactive and locked. Locked means the program is open in modifiable state and it will not be accessed by anyone else. I'll be using control space and shift enter frequently to test the code completion by the Eclipse tool. The keyword completion is pretty much similar to the normal SAP GUI. I can even choose to complete the code for the ABAP class as well. Here either I'm choosing the using the shortcut key Shift space, sorry, Control space and Shift Enter. I'll try to see if the system suggests the code completion here for the try. Control space and select the second option. So it gives me the code template. So within this, I need to put in a method of the signature with the interface parameters. So whatever is required, I'll be choosing the same. So we are done with the program, and I am doing a syntax check, and the program has given error message which appears in the below window. The line containing the error is also highlighted, and the corresponding error message is displayed when we click on the line. So I have managed to resolve all the errors, and now trying to activate the program. I choose to run the program now, which brings up a GUI screen with the input selection parameter screen, and I get the ALV output. Before closing, I need to use the pretty printer. So for this, I go to the project and properties and look for formatter. So here I choose the keywords to be in uppercase and identifiers to be in the lowercase. Click on OK and go to the format, which is Shift F1. So the source code is changed accordingly. I again activate the program. Next, for every program created, I need to have the program history updated. For this, we can create a template. I have chosen to create a new template and given the name as z prog underscore his. And also the pattern would be the same for all the programs. So I can give in the details as required and choose the variables as well, which would be replaced later. So I've chosen date, user, the package, and the object name. So once I create the template, I can insert it wherever required in the program. So I give in first few characters of the template, and with a control space and shift enter, it gets inserted. So the variables are replaced with the values. Apart from the various list, ABAP object search, etc., an interesting addition is the source search. Using this option, we can pull out any object holding the matching string value in full or partial. However, this option is available on ABAP 7.4 and above. F2 brings up the code element information. F3 is used for navigation. F4 brings up the ABAP type hierarchy. The new Eclipse tool provides some good features to support the refactoring while modifying the ABAP development objects. Let us discover some of them. There are two ways to rename variables, one to rename only in the source unit open and another to rename in all affected objects. Here I am trying to rename t underscore Mara in the object alone which is open. You can see the changes happening in all the affected places instantly. I activate after making the changes. Next, let me try to rename a declaration of a constant which is present in another include program. I single click on the variable and use the shortcut key Alt Shift R. So this will bring up a screen wherein I can give the new name required, and also it will list the affected objects. I can choose to activate all of them and also give in a transport request number. It will also display the changes which the system intends to make. Click on finish. Just to show Eclipse understands what it's doing, I have another demo program where the identifier name and the interface parameter of a function module is the same. When I try to modify the variable, the tool is able to change only in the right places required, without any side effects. Using the Eclipse refactoring tools, we can extract methods from expressions or statements. Consider this example of a class program. Here I intend to get the expression onto a method. For this, I highlight the whole expression and choose Quick Fix option and select Extract to Method option. The resultant code looks something like this. The extracted method is created with the name new underscore method. In the private section of the definition part, the name of the extracted method, that is new underscore method, is added and the appropriate parameters are declared. In the implementation part, the selected expression is added in a new method. In the former call, the expression is replaced with the name of the extracted method. Similarly, I can extract literal 100 into a member constant. For this, I select the literal in the implementation part and choose Quick Fix and select Extract Local Constant. The result is, in the private section of the ABAP class, the new constant underscore 100 is defined as a string type with the value of the literal, that is 100. Also, all occurrences of the literal are replaced with the new constant. I can choose to use the quick fix option again and rename if needed. Likewise, we have many more options provided by the Eclipse refactoring tool, like converting the local variables to parameters, locals to class members, declaring inline variables explicitly, changing the visibility of the members, etc. We can also use the ATC to check the quality of the development objects directly in Eclipse. It can be run directly from the Project Explorer window or from the Source Editor window. Messages are shown in the problem view window. Double-click on a finding or choose Go To from the context menu of a message to jump into your code at the position at which the ATC has found a problem. If ATC is used centrally to run quality checks, we can get notification by subscribing to ABAP feed. However, exemptions has to be applied in the ATC browser integrated with the SAP GUI using SEAT. Transport Organizer is available on ADT on Eclipse, the minimum requirement being ADT should be 2 and above, and SAP Basis 7.3 with a support pack of 6 and above. It is supposed to be fully integrated with the SAP. We can create, edit or delete a transport task. We can add users to an existing transport request. However, I'm not able to find the transport request create option, which is normally available in the SE09 transaction. Probably I'm still on basis 7.3 version, which has certain restrictions when it comes to ADT. Under the transport organizer window, we are able to distinguish between the different objects easily, such as the transport request, task, and the different development objects assigned. Now I'm trying to create an user under an existing transport request. As you can see, user ID 12 has been added to the existing transport request. A new task gets created under the existing transport request. So it's pretty much similar to the normal SAP screen which we are used to. Also, a parallel SAP GUI screen comes up in the editor window, which we can use to edit the documentation or the properties section. We also have an option to run the consistency checks on the transport request. The error are displayed in the error log tab. Now I'm trying to change the user ID to display the transport request under another user profile. I want to know the transport request assigned under trainee 01. So as you can see, it brings up all the transport requests under the user ID. Also, there is an option to type the filter text, which I can use by giving the partial or the full key of the ABAP development object and give a search. So I have an option to release the transport task as well as the transport request. Version management is similar to what we have been using so far. In addition, we can compare the objects between any number of ABAP projects provided we have logged on. Also, we have the local history. We can compare the objects between two or more saves within a session. If you have been using test-driven development, Eclipse tool has integrated the ABAP unit also very well. All the features available through SEAT is found on Eclipse. Same holds good for debugging through Eclipse as well. All the features from SAP GUI is present on the Eclipse tool. We also have ABAP profiling perspective, which can be used to analyze the performance of ABAP application. The ABAP trace is based on the technology of ABAP runtime analysis, that's transaction SAT, and this can be a faster and more effective tool than to use the debugger. Data preview is an enhanced mode of transaction SE16 table content display. It provides almost all the features which you could use through Excel, like filtering, using logical expressions, etc. Also, it has an option to provide the corresponding SQL statement for a given filtered data. As a fallback option, we can open the conventional SAP GUI screen from the Eclipse. This is needed especially when we try to use traditional dictionary tools or workflow template creation, screen modification, etc. We have come to the end of this introductory session. I have tried to introduce all basic tools and techniques which should help you to get started with the tool and take a deep dive further. Do write to me for any questions and feedback. Thank you.